Over there. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back to Diva-Ville. My mind, my thoughts. Wow. So this one is the next to the last one for the season, but it's all good because I ain't going nowhere. So before we get started, let me just put the telephone number on so you guys can, anybody want to call in, this is the number to call in 917-924-2644. You can call in and let's talk about this right here. So, tonight's show is titled da, 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 It's Okay to Love Yourself. That sounds great. It's okay to love yourself. Hey, Deidre, how are you, my love? Thank you for always coming in. So, tonight's show is about loving yourself. And so many people don't know how to love themselves. They don't know how to love themselves and they don't know how to receive love from others or how to love others because they don't know what it is. If you can't love yourself, there is no way that you can love somebody else. Love starts from within and then it comes out. It doesn't start from the outside and then go in. No, no, no. It starts from the inside and it goes out. Um, the thing about love, it's an emotion. It's sort of hard to explain because I guess everybody experiences something totally different. But the fact that people find it hard to love themselves is a problem. People are so wrapped up in doing right by other people and loving other people that they forget about themselves. But I'm here to tell you it's okay to love yourself. Okay? Now, if you love yourself and you know what that feels like when someone else gives you love, you'll be able to accept it because you will know exactly what it is. So let's start off by saying, let go of disapproving of yourself. A lot of people look at themselves and they like to compare themselves to other people. And in comparing yourself to other people, why? You would never be like someone else, nor would somebody else be like you. People have a tendency of disapproving the way they look, the way they dress, the way they talk, the way they act. But while you disapproving of that, hey James, what's up? People disapprove stuff like that. Why? Because society tells you that you need to be a certain way, you need to walk a certain way, you need to talk a certain way, you need to dress a certain way. That's what it is? No. Stop disapproving of yourself. Growing up, I used to disapprove myself. This is why I can talk these things because I come a long way. So I used to look at myself and I used to be disappointed in myself. One, I was short. Two, I was skinny. Three, I was flat chested. So you take all of this stuff and you roll it up in a ball. It can really mess with your psyche because it's like, God, look at me and look at everybody else. But you know what? What I realized as I got older. Okay, I know a lot of people that are heavy chested and they complain they got back problems. I don't have any back problems. Um, I know a lot of people complain about their skin complexion. Oh, I'm too dark. I'm too light. I'm not light enough. I'm not this. I'm not that. My hair is short. Stop disapproving of yourself. Take who you are and accept it. Love who you are. Embrace who you are. You don't have to be like the next person. If you got one eye, five fingers, one leg, and a kickstand, embrace that. Love it. Because you know what? It could be worse. What you are looking for or disapproving yourself for, someone else out there is a lot worse than what you are. Remember that. Stop disapproving and putting yourself down. Know your worth. People want you to do all sorts of things. They want you to jump through hoops and all that other stuff. Don't do it. Know your worth. If they wouldn't do it for you, why would you do it for them? Has nothing to do with being cocky or anything like that. But my favorite thing that I like to say to people, you will not treat me like a happy meal and I treat you like a steak dinner. That ain't gonna happen. Know your worth. People tell you like, oh, you could never get a job as a social worker. You could never get a job as a teacher. Oh, but you know what? McDonald's is hiring, and there's nothing wrong with McDonald's. Starbucks is hiring. It's nothing wrong with that either. But you know what? You can start at McDonald's. You can start in Starbucks, and you can become a supervisor. You can become a manager. You could own one of these franchises. So never let what someone say to you bring you down or make you feel different about yourself. Know your worth. Know what you can do. Know what you are capable of. You don't need anybody to validate who you are when you know your worth. You know why? Because what you feel that you can do, nobody's going to feel that you can do that. So they're always going to give you reasons why you can't do or why they think that you can't do it. My husband has been watching a lot of documentaries, so I've been watching them too. So is this guy up there? His name is David Goggins. If you guys get a chance, look him up, David Goggins. And you know what he said? When people come to you and tell you what you can't do, he said you take their souls by proving to them that you can do it. Because when people tell you that you can't do something and you actually do it, you know what that does to them? It irks them because it's like, how dare you succeed after I told you that you can't? Know your worth because you can do a whole lot more than what people are telling you that you can and cannot do. Take care of your mind, body, and soul. Work out. Be healthy. Eat healthy. Do what you need to do. Keep the negativity away. Um, I read The Secret too. You got. I'm into a lot of different stuff, but I say that to say when you have negative thoughts going into your mind, change the frequency because the more negativity that you think about, the more you're gonna bring into your life. Have you ever heard of? Hey, Darren, how are you? Have you ever heard that what you focus on the most is what you bring into your life? So you ever sit down and you like, oh my God, I hope it's not raining. I hope there's no bills that's coming. I hope. And all this negative stuff that you are putting out there, all you're doing is bringing more and more to you. So I like to say, what you put to the universe is what you're gonna get back. Learn how to change the frequency of your mind. You have people out there and their job is to make you miserable, to make you do things to doubt yourself. But you know what? Every time somebody come to you to make you doubt yourself, you got to say to yourself, you know what? I am loved. I love myself. If no one else loves me, I love myself. That's the most important part. And when you believe that you love yourself, you care for yourself, nobody can get in here. Nobody can touch what's up in here. They like to say, raise the rent in your head. Keep these people out of your head. You know what I'm saying? Know that it's okay to love yourself. I love myself. And people think that it's cocky. People think that I'm overconfident. People think that I'm whatever. I don't care. I love myself. You know what I'm saying? So because I love myself and I'm secure with myself, it doesn't matter what a person says about me or to me. It doesn't affect me. Learn how to love yourself. Love yourself in every situation, from the big moments to the tall moments. Love yourself in all situations. People like to wait until things get really, really big before they celebrate. No, you celebrate all along. A couple of months back, I had a goal. I think it was October. I had a goal from October to December. I wanted to lose 10 pounds. Did I lose that 10 pounds? Yes, I did. But every time I stepped on that scale and I saw that my weight went down, I was happy as hell. Yes, I was happy because, yes, I'm doing it. Come on. You have to be able to do, you have to celebrate the little thing. I didn't wait till I lost the 10 pounds. I celebrated when I lost 1 pound, when I lost 2 pounds, when I lost 3 pounds. Well, guess what? Now I'm down 12 pounds. And by the time I got to December, I was already past my 10 pounds. But yes, I celebrated every time because I was happy for the fact that I'm looking in the mirror and I'm looking good. For a while, I was wearing a large and an extra large, but to be able to fit into a medium, uh, yes, I celebrate every little thing about myself. I let nothing go past. I celebrate everything. Take risk and chase your dreams. Again, people are going to tell you that you can't do different things. Take that risk. Hold on, you guys. Deirdre says, congratulations. I love myself. When people ask, how am I doing? I say, I am amazing. And you know what? That's a great way to be because you have to. You have to. Because if you feel that you are miserable, if you feel that you're upset, that's how you're going to be. When I go to work, it's this customer that always comes to the job. And I always say to him, good morning. How are you? And he says to me, when he first started saying it, I used to be like, yeah, okay, whatever. But he said it to me so much that now I say it too. He says, I'm okay. And if I'm not okay, I'll make it okay. Now, what is that if it's not about loving yourself? Come on. I said to take a risk. If it's something that you want to do it. People are going to tell you can't do it, but you're never going to know if you can do it or not until you what? Until you try it. Hold on, you guys. I want you guys, let me bring this up. Anybody who wants to call in to talk about loving themselves and how they began to love themselves or what steps they had to take, call me. Call in at 917-924-2644. I want to hear about it. So I'm quite sure somebody else wants to hear it too. 917-924-2644. It's all about loving yourself, and that's where we're at tonight. So let's talk about stop blaming your problems on somebody else. Me, I take accountability and responsibility for everything that I do. Okay. Anything that I do, if it goes right, if it goes wrong, I have nobody to blame but myself because I have confidence in myself. I know my worth. I know what I can and what I cannot do. That's very, very important. Hey, Norman, how are you? Um, people like to say this, and this is not to offend anybody, but I gotta say it. But before I go any further, let me take a little break so I can say tonight's show is sponsored by the Market Store. If you haven't been into the Market Store, you don't know what you're missing. See this right here? Black Wealth Matters. Go into the Market Store and check it out. The Market Store, DEMAKASTORE.com. Go in there, and I guarantee you will not be disappointed by going into that store. Now, what I was going to say this right here. This is not to offend anybody, but people like to find anybody and everybody to blame for what goes wrong in their life. Okay. I'm going to say this because my mind, my thoughts. People say stuff like, if it's God's will, it will happen. Let me tell y'all something. God has given you everything that you need to succeed. He gave you land, He gave you air, He gave you water, everything that you need to succeed. You have jobs, you have everything that you need to succeed. All right. What are you going to do with it? You know what I'm saying? Everything that you need. What are you going to do with it? Things have changed so much from back in the days that when me and a lot of other people were growing up, back then we had to go to the library, we had to read books, we had to do all of this. But look how things have changed now. You can go on the internet now, you can find anything that you want to find on the internet. So when people say, if it's God's will, it would happen, I have a problem with that because God has supplied you with everything that you need. It's like studying for a test and giving you the answer. So he's giving you everything that you need. So what is the problem? Stop blaming everybody else for your situation. Take accountability and responsibility for yourself and what you're doing. Stop blaming everybody else. Learn to love yourself because once you love yourself, if you make a mistake, you can admit, hey, I made a mistake. If you become successful, you can say, hey, I'm successful. Yeah, you can say, thank God, thank the universe. Why? Because all of this stuff is possible because all the things that were put there for you so that you can succeed. That's what you got to look at. You got to stop blaming other people when stuff don't happen the way you want it to happen. I know one time somebody said to my husband, if it's God's will, I'll get a juicer. With everything that's going on in this damn world now, you think God got time to sit around and worry about giving somebody a juicer? Go to the store, buy your juicer. If you don't have the money for it now, save your money and then go buy yourself a juicer. Stop blaming other people when things don't work out for you. Look at the person in the mirror, and then that's the person that you need to blame when things don't work out for you. Forgive yourself. If you make mistakes, if you do errors, if you do stuff, forgive yourself for it. Don't put all of this on you and walk around with it. Let it go. We all make mistakes, but you have to forgive yourself for things that you've done. I've done things in my past that maybe I wasn't happy about. Maybe I shouldn't have done it, but I've forgiven myself. I'm not going to dwell on it. I'm not going to sit around and stew it. Oh my God, I did this and I did that. Okay, I did it. So now I'm going to move on. Because if you don't forgive yourself, you're going to have that burden sitting on you and you'll never be able to love yourself because you're going to be blaming yourself for something you did probably when you was in high school. Let it go because it's not that serious. Live life unapologetically. I apologize for nothing that I've done in life. And like I said, I've done some things in life that maybe I shouldn't have done. Maybe they weren't that great. Maybe I shouldn't have said something that I said. But do I apologize for it? No. Why? Because I'm loving myself. So I did what I felt was right. I said what I felt was right. Maybe somebody didn't like what I said. Maybe somebody didn't like what I did. Maybe somebody didn't like what I was wearing. Okay, but that's a them problem, not a me problem. I don't apologize for anything that I've done. This is my niece Geneva. She said, period, Auntie. And I know she's the same way. She don't apologize for nothing that she's done. Some people may not understand what we did or why we did it, but trust me, there would not be an apology. What you need to do when things happen, you need to learn from these different things. You need to say, you know what? There's a lesson in this situation. Let me find out what this lesson is. Instead of being apologetic, I'm not going to do it. Um, like I said, the way I dress, some people may say, you know what? You shouldn't be walking around like that. Do I apologize for that? No. You know why? My mind, my thought, and I'm grown. You know what I'm saying? So why am I apologizing to you for something that makes me happy? Think about it. Don't be apologetic. If you did it and you feel that you have to apologize or you sorry or whatever, you shouldn't have done it. You shouldn't have done it. But like I said, everything that you do, good or bad, let it be something in it that you can learn. You know what I'm saying? Say to yourself, now what can I get out of this right here? Where's the lesson that's in this situation? That's my dog. She want to say hello too, but she doesn't like to come on. Learn to say no to people. There ain't nothing wrong with saying no. When people ask you to do stuff, it's when people ask you to do stuff, there's nothing wrong with saying no. Okay, people say, you know what? Call it. I'm sorry, you got that. I'm just so into this right here. Hold on. Let me give y'all this number again so y'all guys can call in. 917-924-2644. Call in. Let us know how much you love yourself or anything that I've said that has affected you. Let me know. Tell me because I like to know how you guys feel too. 917-924-2644. Learn how to say no to people because you know what? No is a good word. Norman says he's starting to say no. You better because you know why? If you don't learn how to say no, you will be miserable in life. Trying to always satisfy someone else, trying to always make somebody else happy, you're not going to be happy yourself. So learn how to say no. It's okay to say no. I take the train in the morning, and I was just saying to my husband about the young kids are on the train and they're selling candies and snacks and all this right here. So sometimes you want it and sometimes you don't. So if you don't want it, you just say, no, I don't want it. Plain and simple. But these kids are like, oh, you know what? I'm up here trying to do things legit, trying to do things the right way. I could be robbing you guys and all this way, and I'm trying to do something honestly. Yo, son, you sound like you got a bigger problem, but my answer is still no. I don't want it. If somebody say to you, hey, could you loan me some money? Even if you got it, if you don't want to loan it to them, tell them no. No, I can't. I can't give you, I can't loan you this money. And especially if you know it's somebody with bad credit and you know you're not gonna get it back anyway. No, I can't loan you this money. Don't be afraid to say no, because I can guarantee you when it come time to getting it back, if they ain't got it, I bet they don't have no problem telling you no, I don't have it. Think about it. You don't have to say yes to everything. You can say no. So learn how to accept your failures as well as accepting your success. People think that if they fail at something, that the world has just come to an end. Oh my God, I just failed. This didn't work out. Oh my God. So what? You start again. It's like I said, it's all about learning. It's all about learning. So if you fail here, it's okay. So during this process, you didn't fail through the entire process. Maybe it was one little piece that you left out, but you didn't fail. Like I was telling you guys last week, starting the DeMarca store. Remember, I had the other store. It was demarca.bandcamp.com. Okay, I'm not going to say that I failed. I'll say it was a learning process, because if you go into this store, which I hope all you guys go into this store, you will see it's a total different store. It's a total different ball game. But I didn't sit around and mope. I just regrouped. I said, okay, so let's take this piece and move it over here, move this here, 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 here. It's called readjusted. And now when I go into the store and I check the store like every day, I'm in the store all day long. There has been so much traffic in the store. It's like overwhelming. And I thank each and every one of you guys. Everybody who has gone into the store and made a purchase, I appreciate you. I will be doing things, as I go along to show my appreciation to people for going into the store. But I appreciate it. And like I said, I celebrate it. The other store, it was nothing wrong with it. The store, it was a beginning store from when I first started selling merchandise. And it was a learning process. Like I said, what did you get out of it? What did you learn from this right here? And I learned this right here. It's not about me. It's about you. Okay. So when I'm setting up a store, I have to say, okay, as the consumer, what is the consumer looking for? What does the consumer want? It has nothing to do with me. It doesn't say that I failed. It doesn't say that I became successful. It shows that I growed up. Yes, I am growing. That's exactly what it's showing. So this is why I say learn to accept it, whether it's good or bad, accept it and move on. But in every situation that happens, there's always something to be taught. There's always a lesson learned. And I can guarantee you, if you don't learn a lesson, you repeat that same thing over and over and over and over. This is why I'm saying my show tonight was, it's okay to love yourself. It's okay if nobody else likes you. It's okay if nobody else loves you, because everybody is not going to like you. Everybody is not going to love you. Everybody is not going to care for you. Hey, Beverly, how are you? Beverly says, straight facts, accountability for my faults and hurts upon others. I get it now. A long time coming. Once I learned me, I learned to love me. See, that's important too. You first have to learn yourself. You have to know what your triggers are, what bothers you. And when you find something that bothers you, stay away from it. You know that it's going to bother you. Stay away from it to find the inner peace of how to offer myself for who I am to others. No fabrication. Thank you for that, Beverly. And this is exactly what you have to do. You have to first know yourself and learn yourself. That's the only way you're going to love yourself, as you have to know yourself and learn yourself. It's just that simple. And I know some people saying it's not that simple. How do you get to how do you get to know yourself? Simple. Write down what you like about yourself. Write down what you don't like about yourself, and see which one outweighs the other. And then the things that you don't like about yourself, fix it. It's just that simple. Fix what you don't like about yourself so you can love yourself. Let me tell you something. Me, I love myself to death. It's nothing that nobody can tell me about me that I don't love. I talk a lot. Yeah, I talk a lot. Do I care? No, because some people like to hear me talk. I like to hear myself talk too. You know, I give a lot of advice. I post a lot on Facebook, but the things that I post is positive stuff. It's stuff that gets me up in the morning. It's stuff that makes me happy. And in making myself happy, thank you, Geneva. She said, as you should. In making myself happy, just to see somebody else happy makes me even more happy than when I started out. So I'm going to bring this to an end, but I want to say this again. Learn to love yourself. Make yourself your first priority. It sounds like it's hard, but it's easier said than done. Put yourself first. Take yourself out. Shop for yourself. Give yourself gifts. It's okay. It's okay to celebrate who you are. So I have one more show, which is next week, and that's going to be the end of the season. I'll come back in March. But I will continue to be on. I'll be continue to post about the store, give you guys updates and everything. I appreciate everybody again who's been in the store, who's made purchases. Some people even made 2 and 3 purchases. You know who you are. Thank you. I definitely appreciate that. I hope you guys are still getting my emails and stuff, the updates about what's going on. If you haven't gotten any emails from me, that means I don't have your email address. Let me get your email address so that I can add you to my mailing list so that you can be abreast of what's going on. So, like I like to say, sign into my YouTube, subscribe to the channel, leave comments, good, bad, or indifference, because I will go back and respond to them. That's the only way that I can correct myself or fix myself is by the comments that you guys make. Um, what else is going on? Uh, go to the store, themarketstore.com. Go in there, check it out. Remember, you can pay by Shop Pay, credit cards, debit cards, PayPal, um, anything you can think of, you can pay for it that way. And I guarantee, as you can see with what I'm wearing, this is one of the the sweatshirts. As you can see, great quality, nice thing. It's gonna be cold. You guys was playing around, but I got all sorts of stuff in that store to keep you warm. So I guarantee you, you need to hop over there to themarketstore.com to see what you can find so you can stay warm for this winter. And let me see what else. I guess that's about it, you guys. All I want to say is thank you guys for riding with me. This has been going on for a while, and I know some of the people in here has been in here from day one. Deirdre, you were one of the ones. Norman, you were one of the ones. Geneva, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Continue to come in. Continue to watch me go through my success. Let me show you guys how easy it is just to love yourself. You see this smile on my face? This smile is every day, all day long. Why? Because I love myself. And I love each and every one of you guys also. So until next weekend, thank you, D. You know I love you, girl. Me and Deirdre go way back. We was in high school together. That's how far back we go. But I love each and every one of you guys. And until next week I'm gonna come up with something really, really special for a show for next week. Since it's gonna be the season finale, I'm gonna come up with something special. Or if somebody wants me to talk about something, you guys could just reach out to me too. And I'll do a show on whatever you guys want me to do a show on too. But until next weekend, take care and remember, love yourself. Good night.